Endeavor out with what was an earnings beat for the third quarter. The agency also doubling down on its sports betting business, its recent purchase of OpenBet being a key part of that, saying it will operate under a new reporting segment when that deal closes early next year. You can see shares up very nicely. Joining me now is Ari Emanuel. He's the CEO of Endeavor. Ari, good to have you. Let's start with sports betting. We haven't had you on since you announced at the end of September that acquisition of OpenBet. And you spent a lot of time in your conference call talking about it. Where does it fit here, and why is it an important component of your overall strategy at the company?
Well, first of all, thanks for having me. Well, we already were in the sports betting business. This will give us more kind of clarity in our sports practice because we're going to start a fourth segment. We had IMG Arena, which had the video and data feeds. And then with the complement of OpenBet, which probably should close in the first or second quarter of next year, we're a fully integrated one-stop shop rights holder for all the bookmakers, both with technology and content solutions. And there's such an upside with all the states now kind of legalizing sports and international also. And with where we sit with sports rights, plus the production of sports and sports betting, we think we're the optimal player in sports and sports betting globally. And we think the market probably is in 2024 a $77, $78 billion business in sports betting alone. So the TAM is pretty big, and we're the largest player.
I mean, there's no shortage of competition to a certain extent. I know you think as well that prop bets are going to become very big. It's obviously prop betting, in-game betting. And you're also going to have the data, I guess, as well, conceivably, so you can make money on all sides of this thing.
Well, the data really goes to the bookmakers and the sports books. However, internationally, there may be a play for the ability to get to the data. At the end of the day, we supply a full complement now, and there's no other competition that does that, whether that be Sports Radar or any of the other ones, in addition to kind of representing the sports internationally. So we're very unique in our offering. And the other thing I would say, unlike other people, we've been very, very diligent about how we price those rights, and we're profitable. So.
All right, well, sticking with sports, let's move to the UFC, which is obviously and also a very important component of the overall revenue and profits of the company. What you had, third highest grossing event in UFC history, I think, during that quarter. Yep. Sponsorship is up. Obviously, people are back in arenas. Continued growth, Ari, or are you sort of hitting a limit there in terms of what UFC can actually do and put on?
Well, here's what I would say to you. If we frame it, we posted the best 9 months year to date in the 28-year history of the events, with fewer events in this quarter than last quarter. I think UFC is a mainstream sport yet now. Year to date across all major categories, whether it be media, residential, and commercial pay-per-views. Sponsorship's up 59% year to date. Consumer product licensing, which goes to our NFT program that we're going to be rolling out at the end of this quarter, beginning of next quarter. Everybody's familiar actually with our ESPN deal. But the interesting thing is, as I talked about the last time in the last quarter, we closed 5 deals, which were over 100% increases. We just closed another 9 deals. The average amongst all those deals were up over 80%. Between our gaming business and everything I just mentioned, our NFTs, video games, our international license, I think there's a lot of room to grow here. Our sponsorship went from an 8-figure business to over a 9-figure business now. So across every category, we're growing and we're in a unique position.